Hola! Let's learn the Spanish alphabet and pronunciation right after this. Hola amigos, and welcome back to the Spanish Doctor, here to cure all your Spanish ills. We'll be going over the alphabet, el alfabeto. Alphabet comes from alpha beta, the first two letters of the Greek alphabet, and we have a similar word, alfabeto. We also have el abecedario, which comes from A, B, C, D. Imagine if in English we had a word like the abecedary or something like that. That's what abecedario is like. Now let's look at the letters and their pronunciation in more detail. A, the first letter of our alfabeto and the first vowel. The vowels in Spanish are pure. That means they only have one sound. If they are alone, that is. Amanda. Notice how the A has the same sound in all three A's in Spanish. Amanda. In English, a name like Amanda is pronounced man, the, We don't have that in Spanish. The A is going to have the same sound throughout. Amanda. B, Brazil, Cuba. Do not say be, I mean be, it's be. And notice how at the beginning of a word, or when it's paired with a consonant, we say be just like in English, Brazil. But Cuba is a little bit different. That be is in between vowels, and it is pronounced very softly, and it's almost as if my lips hadn't touched. Cuba, Cuba. Some slight vibration there. My lips are not touching completely right here. Cuba, Cuba. Ce, celestial, casual. Celestial in Latin America, CE and CI, se, C, are going to be pronounced like an S. In Spain, however, that C is going to be pronounced like a TH, like the TH in thigh. Celestial. In both Spain and Latin America, CA, CO, CU are going to be pronounced like, that C is going to be pronounced like a K sound. Ka, go, gu. De, decisión, educación. Notice how at the beginning of a word, de is pronounced like in English D. Decisión. In between vowels, educación, the D becomes like a TH, but this time it's like a TH in the. Educación. This is finger, dedo, dedo. One hard D sound, one soft D sound. At the end of a word, de is also pronounced like a soft DH. ¿Verdad? E, elefante. Just like Amanda, elefante has the same E sound throughout. The vowel does not change throughout the word. Elefante. F, foto. F is not going to be a problem for English speakers to pronounce. Just remember though that when you spell, you're not going to spell words such as photo, P-H-O-T-O. You're going to spell foto, F-O-T-O. He, geografía. Just like with se, he is going to act differently before e and e, he, he, and before a, o, u, ga, go, gu. H, hola. E, íntimo. Another vowel sound, another pure vowel sound. Only one sound in Spanish. E, íntimo. Jota, Javier. The word jota comes from the Greek word for their ninth letter, iota. Ka, kilómetro, folclórico. Ka is used especially in words that do not have a Spanish origin. L, labor. At the beginning of a word, L is pronounced just like L in English. At the end of a word, however, like in nacional, we don't pronounce it like we would in English. We don't say nacional. We don't say nacional. We say nacional. Put your tongue behind your teeth when you say this L. Nacional. Nacional. Ella, lluvia, sencillo. That's how I pronounce ella. That's how most speakers of Spanish these days in Spain and Latin America pronounce ella. But what we are doing is technically called yeísmo. We're pronouncing ella as if it were a Y. In some parts of Spain, people will still say something like sencillo, and I've even heard an Ecuadorian speaker say that exact word in that way, sencillo. What they're doing is separating the L and the ly sound. And if you look at some older dictionaries or pronunciation guides, they will tell you to pronounce ella like million. And it's not even like million, it's more like the GL, GLI in Italian. And that's a hard sound to explain, but we'll just go with the Y sound. M, misterioso. M is not a problem for English speakers. Just for spelling, if you have a word that has two M's in English, if there is a similar word in Spanish, very often it will be NM. For example, immigration is inmigración en español. N, normal. Again, not a problem if you're a native English speaker. Ñ, español. This is the only letter that we do not have in English from this list. Español. It's pronounced sort of like NY. Ñ, ñ. Your tongue has to stay up on the roof of your mouth. Ñ, ñ. So it's not exactly like NY, but just practice it. O, another pure vowel. Ortodoxo. Each O only has one sound. P, pasión. Now, P is going to be a little more difficult for native English speakers to say. If that is difficult for you, think of the word spot. 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 Isolate that P sound in spot, which is actually more like pa, 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 pa. So separate the S from it. Spot. Pa, pa, pa. And there's your pa, your hard P sound with no air. If you have air behind it, it would be something like spot. That's not easy to say. Gu, queso, quinoa. Gu is another hard sound to make for many native English speakers. Think of the word squirrel. Squirrel. You can definitely say that Q sound in a hard way. G, 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 squirrel. So transfer it over to Spanish and say Q, queso. R, R. Let's consider these letters together. Pero, perro. We have a single R sound versus a double R sound. A single R sound is like the letter D in English. Pero. My tongue is behind my teeth, my front teeth, and it's almost like a D that is not completed. Pero. Pero. If I were to say the R like an English speaker says it, I would say barrow. 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 The R would be stuck in the back of my throat, almost. Perro. That's the same sound, but it's doubled, tripled, quadrupled. If that sound is hard for you to make, start off with the name Pedro. Pedro, Pedro, Pedro. Eventually, take away that first D, and hopefully you'll be able to say perro. When a word begins with R, it always has a trilled sound, like Ricardo, soy Ricardo. Real. If a word ends with an R, it might be a little trilled, or it might be just like the sound of an almost D. Amar, to love. That last R is more like an English D than an English R. It's amar, not amar. Ese, saxophone. Not a problem for English speakers. Te. Think of the word stop, just like I spoke to you before about spot, squirrel, stop. That sound, that T sound, isolate it, transfer it over to Spanish. Do not say te, stop, te. Almost like a very hard D sound. U, another vowel, another pure sound. Do not say ooh. It's oo. What happens in English? Many times our vowels have an extra sound, or they are extended a bit. Like I said, ooh. Think of this word, uso. Uso. It has a U, it has an O. U-O. Uso. It's not uso. Uso. Be. Victor. Notice how I said Victor with a B sound, not a V sound. In Spanish, be and be have the same pronunciation. Be is also known as be de burro, and be is also known as be de vaca. We use these animals to distinguish which letter we are saying when we're spelling a word. Be is also called ube. That's the alternate name for that letter. When we have be in between vowels, just like we had earlier with be in Cuba, we will pronounce be with a softer sound. So, universo. It's not universo, it's universo. Just like with Cuba, my lips hardly touch. Universo. W, W, W. Just like K, W tends to exist in words that are borrowed from other languages. Sitio web, website. We keep the W. Usually we pronounce the W as it is. Washington. Sometimes the W ends up becoming pronounced like a B. For example, I do know some people that have the name Osvaldo. The W is pronounced like a B. And there's also the word water closet, which is a bathroom, toilet, and of course that's British English. In Spain, people have adopted the term, but they say bater, V-A-T-E-R, and obviously that's how people were pronouncing it. It was originally spelled water, but they got used to saying it the way they said it, and now it has a be, bater. X. At the beginning of a word, it'll sound like an S, xilófono. In between vowels, it will sound like an X in English, taxi. Some speakers do say taxi, but it's more common to encounter people who will say taxi. Y, yeah, yoga. This should be an easy sound for English speakers to make. Z, zodíaco. In Latin America, a Z is pronounced just like an S, zodiaco. In Spain, a Z is pronounced just like CE or CI, as we mentioned before. So, in Spain, speakers there would say zodiaco. Now, one thing that trips up a lot of writers is that in Spanish, we do not tend to have Z followed by E or I. So, a zebra is not spelled with a Z. Cero is not spelled with a Z. Those are both spelled with a C. Bueno, amigos, muchas gracias. Thank you for joining me in this episode of The Spanish Doctor. Leave a comment down below about something that surprised you about the Spanish alfabeto, abecedario. Suscríbete, échame un me gusta y nos vemos. Adiós.